All right. What's going on, YouTube? It's Kevin and Dennis. We are back with a new video for y'all, and we are here to talk to you guys about R&B Divas LA Season 2. And the girls are back, minus two. We have two new girls, Leela James and Claudette Michel'le. And I must say that for the past hour, I was pretty entertained by the R&B Divas. You know, I also noticed that they were trending on Twitter a lot faster than the regular R&B Divas cast in Atlanta. I noticed that Claudette has, you know, broken out of her shell, which I'm very happy about. We seen, what's her name, Michel'le really want to talk about the her depression and suicide attempts, and you know, I don't know who I ain't I know, you know what? I think I'm not going to like Lil Mo this season. I don't know why. I'm getting this feeling like, girl, you need to calm this shit down. Like, don't take it. No. The way she was throwing shade at the end when they showed the little thing, she was being a Debbie Downer about working with other girls on the song. I'm like, I don't know. It's starting to be like, come on now. Normally Mo be like, yeah, you know, blah, 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 blah. And now she's like, the other girls, like, these ain't the other girls. This is a new situation. However you feel, sit that situation out on the table right then and there. You know, say, listen, I don't mind doing it, but everybody got to be on board. Don't just make it seem like it's just such a bad thing, even though you went through a traumatic thing the first time. Don't just say this is not what you're going to say, but we're going to do it, we're going to do it, but I ain't got time for that bullshit.
What are you talking about? Lil Mo ain't say to do nothing.
Yeah, well, look, let's talk about it. You know,
let's
talk about it.
No, what did she, like, because you saying she was like, acting like she didn't want to sing this
She acting like she don't want to do the project for Claudette. First of all, let's not wait, because we skipped the stuff. First of all, okay, so in the beginning, all right, they talking about the little, in the beginning they talk about, they all finally meet back together after I don't know how many months they've been separated. They talked about how much of an impact that their Divalogs had on a lot of people and everything like that. And Claudette, you know, she's meeting up with Lil Mo. Lil Mo brings her son over so their kids have a little play date or whatever. And first thing we noticed that Claudette is much happier. She's not that sad, depressing soul that has been coming on my screen last year for 8 episodes and 2 reunions. She was not like that. She was more upbeat, happy. She told her and Lil Mo caught up, and she told Lil Mo that she was working with this producer, and that she was asked to do a song for Puerto Rico for their tourism campaign. You know how, like, stronger than the storm, y'all know, like that. So they're gonna do a little song to get people to come to Puerto Rico, which I think is a great idea. But you know, Lil Mo was like, well, you know, cause you know the last time we tried to do something, blah blah blah, this happened and that happened, and I mean, she kept bringing it up this entire episode.
But she was the first one on board, and Kevin is right. She did keep bringing up what happened last time, because what happened last time was real life with the Divalogs, and it took a strain on their lives. Like what we see and what really happened was something totally different. And when y'all interviewed her, she explained that to you. So our whole thing is, I don't want to go through that with my kids in the airport, flight arrangements, this, that, and third, and fourth, and the fifth, because at the end of the day, whether it looked like it to us, if all of them don't participate and do something, then it's not going to work. It's not going to happen, because they're all under a contract, and even though it may just seem like an option for them, it's really work for them. And they have to do it. So it's like, I can't do my job if you're not doing your job, or the job ain't gonna be complete if you don't do your job. So I believe that's where Lil Mo was coming from. Like, if we want to do this, we're not going to have none of that last year, because last season they almost got canceled. They almost stopped production. They had to add an extra week on of filming because people wasn't honoring. But I sat right there when I interviewed her, and she told you.
Child, I don't remember her saying all
that. But she did say that people wasn't,
you be into that stuff a little bit more than I do. All I care about is the finished product.
Yes, but at the end of the day, it can't be a finished product if all of us hired to do something. And like, for instance, if somebody hired you and Michel'le to do something, they don't want you, and they don't want Michel'le. They want both of y'all. If you show up and they paying you for you and Michel'le, it's gonna be like, you know.
That's totally different.
No, because they want all the divas. All the divas supposed to be the diva. But that's where Lil Mo is coming from. Lil Mo whole thing is, I'm down to do it. I want to do it. She was the first person on board with Claudette. When Claudette brought the idea to the other ladies, Lil Mo was right there with her. But Lil Mo did have preservation because she don't want to start nothing. And then the other ladies start dropping out like flies, like Kelly Price and fucking what's Dawn Robinson did.
But you know what? That doing a song and doing a play are two different things. Because you don't need the whole cast to do a song for Puerto Rico and talking about, oh, it's everybody's job and the song. All that is irrelevant. It's a damn song. If I want to do it, if Claudette want to do the song by her motherfucking self, she can do the song by herself. But she elected the other girls to do it. That don't mean that everybody are forced to do it.
You're right.
R&B Divas,
and guess what? This theme song for Puerto Rico is going to be the center of the whole season. It's going to be about them getting in the studio, doing the song. Who's going to sing what? Who's going to do this? How it comes out at the end. It's going to be the whole 10 episodes of R&B Divas LA. I bet you, I guarantee you, it's going to center around that.
You got your little inside thing, so I hope you ain't telling the whole season.
I'm not telling the whole, but. It's always like that. It was like that the second season of R&B Divas Atlanta. It was like that the first season of R&B Divas LA with the monologue. It was like that the third season of R&B Divas Atlanta. It's not hard to watch and catch on and realize, okay, this is what's going on. And just how you know how they got that one person to bring everybody in. Claudette is that one person that to bring everybody together.
I'm not here for no whole season to be about no drama of who's going to sing on the song. Who's singing what? Who doing what? I want to see more about the drama that's going on. Let's talk about Mishon joining the cast. She released her previous album. Well, her last album was better, and I didn't even think she would ever join R&B Divas.
Yeah.
Like I never thought that I would see her name on there, but she joined the show, and she talked about her issues with the label. Her mother is her manager. And her mother looked like she can fight to me. Like her mother looked like she don't play.
Her mother looked like a softer version of Deb Miller from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Yes, but that's a good analogy to what I had in my head.
Yeah,
because I don't even want to say what I thought. But her mom looked tough. Her mom, really tried to help her out and help her understand some things. Chrisette. She doesn't give me like she would be a problem, but she does seem like she's a person that follows her heart and does what she wants to do.
Chrisette gives antisocial to me, and not to jump ahead, and even from what we,
because I'm like, where you get that from?
Who I said that about?
You said that about Chrisette Mishon.
Yeah, Chrisette. I for some reason I thought I said Claudette, but yeah, but Chrisette Mishon gives me, antisocial from what she said that when she went to the record label and told the record label she wanted them to drop her, and when she recorded her album, how she go away and don't talk to nobody. Like she gives a little antisocial. Even the way she walked into Claudette house when at the end when Claudette was telling them about the the song. I just watched everything. The way she walked in, like she walked in, she said hi, but it was just like just. All right, I'm here. Now I know. Oh, hey, I'm here. High five. It wasn't. She didn't give none of that.
Because probably she don't know them that, and she's still recording. But she just not recording with the girl.
Yeah, but to piggyback off what you said, I didn't see a person like Chrisette Mishon on R&B Divas not this early on in her career, because everybody else that's on the lineup are no shade, but somewhat has been, and it's a second chance for them. This isn't a second shot or a second chance for Chrisette Mishon because she hasn't went anywhere. I feel like her feet is still wet, but it's a platform. She can capitalize. She got more Twitter followers than all the ladies on the cast. So
yes, and I was just singing her damn song in this room because y'all know that is my song.
But who I'm happy to see, and I hope everybody get along because I really, really like her, Leela James. I like Leela James probably like 2004, 2005 when she came out with this song called Good Time.
Child, I don't know her music. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. I think I seen her one video a long time ago.
Probably
when she was walking down the street.
Yeah,
child.
Good Time.
That's a long time ago. So I have not been checking for no Leela James. but I do like her personality on the show, and I like the richness of her voice. Like it could be very rich, or it could be R&B. Like it could
rock and roll, Tina Turner.
See, I'm just not familiar with the sound, but
her voice is versatile.
I like her voice. When she did the because they invited she invited Claudette and who did she invite? Child, everybody ended up coming to her little soul session because that wasn't no listen party. That was a little soul session, and I just kept thinking, oh my gosh, she looks like a young Oprah. She looks like she could be Oprah's daughter or something like that.
Yes.
So,
what's the girl name that work at the door to take the money at the clubs?
Stephanie.
She tweeted me and said the same thing. Oprah looking like girl, but yeah. Leela James, if nobody know about Leela James, you can pull up her music on YouTube. A lot of people, well, I'm not gonna say a lot of people, but I've heard a lot of people refer to her as the female James Brown.
Yeah, I heard that before.
So, yeah, like, and because, her rock soul voice, like, Fantasia got this thing called rock soul, but, Leela James is really like, even if you never heard of rock soul, if you watched her and listened to her music, the first thing that pop up in your head is rock soul. Like, because it's soul, but then she got that grunt, like rock, like, Yeah, I believe that Leela James is going to be a great addition to the cast,
And we also see in the beginning of Lil Mo talking about how she's no longer with her ex-husband, Philip Bryant. She said she just woke up one day and was not in love with him. But that's not what she said on the
Breakfast Club or the mixtape. I feel like it's really it's really a little I'm not gonna say hard, but it's confusing to sit right here and to recap the show, and especially when it comes down to Lil Mo, especially since we've seen and heard her divorce play out on Instagram, radio shows, and then for me personally, Lil Mo is my friend. I call her my friend. I'm not gonna say I talk to her every day, but I at least talk to her every week. So it's hard for me to watch and then give my thoughts on what we just seen without thinking about what's going on now.
Wait till they say you kissing her ass. Oh, just wait.
Who kissing who ass?
I'm just saying, wait till they start saying you are or you being so. Oh, because it happened to me. I'm just forewarning you.
Oh no, I'm no. My whole thing, Kevin. No, Lil Mo is who she is. But will I see if I feel like Lil Mo shouldn't have did that or that was wrong, that's foul? I'm going to speak and I'm going to say something. That's the type of person that I am. Like, oh, Mo, that was foul. You shouldn't have did that. But back to what I was saying, it was like, I feel like, and I'm just about to say this now, I feel like she contradicted herself because on TV she said, oh, I woke up one morning and I wasn't in love. But on your mixtape, you went in. And then on a radio show with the Breakfast Club, you said, a lot of stuff too that led up, to the divorce and everything. But it's only the first episode, and I know editing play a part, so maybe they edited out the chopping screw, to stretch it out. I don't know, but we will most definitely see.
Yeah. And we seen Michel'le discuss. First, she talked about doing the album or whatever, and then I tweeted while she was talking about the album. She also was talking about her doing the doing something, a cause or project or foundation for suicide. So I tweeted, she has more of a chance to get this suicide cause off the ground more than the album out.
Yes.
And some people thought that I was saying that I was talking negative, saying that she has a better of committing suicide than releasing an album.
Oh, dumbass.
That's not what I was saying. If you watching the show, then you will understand what I'm saying.
Clearly, whoever replied back wasn't watching the show.
Yeah, and there was a couple of people like, oh, that was a mean tweet. When the fuck you ever seen me encourage someone to go ahead and kill themselves? Like, come on. Let's be serious. Yeah. But she does seem like her heart and her passion is more towards doing a suicide foundation and putting out a damn album. Ain't nobody really checking for a Michel'le album. Nobody. Let's be fucking for real. Who checking for a Michel'le album?
I'm gonna tell you who checking for a Michel'le album. Not me, not Kevin, but people that grew up to Michel'le is checking for a Michel'le album, or even a single, or even an EP. Like, I mean, let's backtrack. Let's backtrack real fast to Kiki Wyatt on the 3rd season of R&B Divas Atlanta. Now, Kiki Wyatt then put out albums, and they didn't do good at all. But you know, she put out an EP, and you know, people that you know.
Let me tell you something.
No, her EP was #1. She had like 5 or 6
she might have had a nice
songs on
EP, but guess what? She crossed over with the gays, and that's when her career started to pop. Because before then, she was not even in nobody's club or whatever. But once I start hearing her name, like on the club scene and stuff, people started warming up to Kiki Wyatt. Like, because the beginning, she had that one song, and that's all we knew. And nobody was checking for.
They just knew her, the girl that sang with the
yes,
and the girl that tried to kill her husband.
Yes.
That was it. And she rubbed me off a little bit at the end of the part 2 of the reunion, talking about she had a career before R&B Divas and then she might not return back. Girl, like, please, like.
They all need to show us a platform.
Yes.
But Michel'le, I mean, I would use this platform, R&B Divas LA, as a platform to put, to do my Suicide Foundation, to help people suffering and let them know that, like she said, I'm still here and you can still be here too.
Yes.
Like, you can go through anything. You can do anything. And I feel the same way, like, suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem.
Hello?
And it's not worth taking your life and killing yourself. And I always tell you guys, your life is a storybook.
Yes.
Don't let me read your book, bitch, and I get to chapter 10, and then I don't see nothing else because you took your own life.
Yes.
I want to know how you got through it and how you helped make somebody else's life better.
Some people
Everybody's
don't come
life
through.
is a story. Come on.
Yeah, everybody's life is a story, and I hear what you're saying, but you know, it's easy for us, or you, you know, somebody that, you know, don't ever see yourself committing suicide and can't see yourself doing it, to speak from our
Oh, I
point of
talked
view.
about it before. I've actually did something like that. I don't want to talk about it, but I'm just saying, like, you are better than taking your life. Life is so much better. Like, my life is so much different from what I thought it was when I thought, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Like, are you kidding me? Like, now I'm like,
some people don't.
What?
Some people can't see
No.
that far or that deep, and I wish they could. And I'm glad that.
And there's so much help out here, and people don't want to get help because people think that people are going to judge them. And no, people are not going to judge you if you go to them for help. You know, go get that help. You can call 1-800-SUICIDE. There's so many websites you can go to, and you don't even have to pay to go to a counselor or a therapist.
Yes, and you know
There's
what?
so much help out
At the
here.
end of this video, I think that you should post a link, you know, for help, suicide help, or a number of
It
somebody
will be
people
right
can
in
call.
the more info box.
Yeah, just make sure you do that or whatever, because like suicide is real, and you know I've been there before. I was at the breaking point. I didn't see the end. You know, when I first came up here from down South Carolina back in 2004, I didn't have a pot to piss in, the window to throw it out of. Like, I just felt there was no reason. You know, like they say a hard head make it soft ass. I ran away from South Carolina. I came up here October 2004. I remember February 2005. I was about to take these pills, and I was filling a cup up with water. And it's so funny because the person whose house I was over, Mariah Carey CD, Emancipation of Mimi, just came out. We listened to this whole CD the whole way through, but we got to this one song called Fly Like a Bird. And as I'm filling the cup up with water, I heard that voice. We may lay endure during night, but joy comes in the morning. And then I heard that. Oh my, let me tell you something. I broke down crying. Did I ever tell you the story? Oh, I told you. I broke down crying, and after I cried and cried and cried, I never felt so light. I felt like light as a feather, stiff as a board, like I could fly, because I was going through a lot. I really was. I was 17 years old, and I wasn't 18 yet. Like, my mom, like, I couldn't get help from my mom because I ran away, and I didn't have no job. It was just I didn't pop the piss and nowhere to throw it out of. Like, I was dirty, living in the storefront house, and people in the other room doing drugs and stuff. Like, it was just crazy. I didn't know what to do, but I heard that song, and I was really about to end it. And as I was filling a cup of water, that song came on, and to this day, Mariah Carey song, Fly Like a Bird, is one of my favorite songs. And that's why I have this music note on my face, and because music makes me cry. And I tell, when people ask me, you know, why you like music so much, why you got the music note on your face, because music is why I'm still here. Because if it wasn't for that song, like, I probably wouldn't be here. Who knows? So it's real, and I could relate, and I'm glad that Michel'le was talking to Don Cornelius' son, because Don Cornelius, you know, the founder of Soul Train, he committed suicide like way later on in his life. Like, it was
like 2012 when he did it.
But you know, the reason his son gave was like, he understood a little bit, which I don't know. Like I don't know how I feel about that, but his son was real understanding. Like
But maybe he knew the struggles of his
Yeah.
father and stuff like that. Maybe his father tried to do it a long time ago. You just never know.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that his son started the foundation. But I was just disappointed that she didn't know that that's how Don Cornelius died.
Yes.
Like, I'm like, oh my God, everybody knew that. How didn't you know that?
Not only and then the credit that they gave her, Michel'le, she was on Soul Train and stuff like that. Artists like Michel'le from back in the day, just like how today we have 106 in Park. Back then, it was Soul Train. Soul Train was the 106 in Park today for them. So it's like for you not to know that when Soul Train was a pivotal part in your life.
I understand, and I wouldn't say Soul Train and 106 in Park was the same. I would say more American Bandstand and Soul Train, but it's like it's like because people performed on Soul Train, people danced, and they did the same thing on American Bandstand. I would always compare 106 in Park to TRL, but I understand
But
it's an
TRL,
African American show that comes on every day. Excuse me. Is I'm finished?
Yeah.
Am I finished?
Yes.
Okay.
That felt so good.
Yes. So I know I ain't got no nails, but the little thing I got, they do their job.
You did that.
But yeah, I really really enjoyed R&B Divas, and I'm looking forward to the drama. We seen the trailer at the end. It looks like it's gonna be crazy. I think the standout for me tonight was maybe Lila James, but I'm just so happy about Claudette because she showed it was like a bright light in her life, and I was just so happy for her because I was tired of looking at that depressed person. Oh, you're so sad. What's wrong? Like, come on, girl. I don't know if they had a pep talk with her or not, but she just seems so happy and so full of life.
You reflect the state that you're in, and when we was introduced to Claudette Ortiz's first season of R&B Divas LA, Claudette Ortiz wasn't in a good place in her life, and the only reason why she was doing R&B Divas LA was for the income, because she was at her last resort. She was about to enroll in the military, Navy, Army, whichever one it is. And it do matter. I don't want to say it don't matter which one it do matter. I just don't remember. She was living out her car, so the place and the space she was in wasn't a good. But since R&B Divas LA, she got her money up. She got a couple endorsements. She's traveling and stuff like that. So she's in.
I wonder if she's doing any club appearances.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she is. So she's in a better place overall, and which we can reflect that. And I believe her role is different on the show because we see her. Being the initiator, bringing all the women together, coming up with the ideas of we going to Puerto Rico, this, that, and the third, and the fourth, and the fifth. So,
we see they eventually made it to Puerto Rico.
Yes.
And I want to see what happened with Lil Mo and Shantae Moore.
Ooh, wasn't they throwing shade to each other?
Yes.
Like Dragon Ball Z.
Child, I don't know what's worse, their feud or Lil Mo's here. Child, I don't know, but I will be ready this freaking summer. And the only time I think we're going to miss an episode is when I'm away in the Bahamas.
End of August.
Yes, that's the last week of August.
We both will be away. I'll be in Atlanta.
Yes, so...
Wait, what am I about to say?
Hello, Scorpion Show.
Yeah.
We talked about Eric. We talked about Lila James, Claudette Ortiz, Michel'le. We spoke about Lil Mo, Shantae Moore.
Shantae Moore really had no parts this time around. Maybe next week, but we do see that they have a feud, and I want to know what started it. She said something to Lil Mo about her
Lil Mo taking a
picture
picture with her husband and saying that he's a nice guy. Okay, what's wrong? We'll talk about that when we get there.
Oh, don't that sound familiar? Why are all of these shows highlighting what went on in my life in the past year? Mm-hmm. It's just so crazy. You know what? We got to go. Thank y'all for watching, and guess what? We'll be back tomorrow because we're doing Married to Medicine Part 2 finale.
I won't be.
So, you not coming tomorrow? Well, why not?
Because because I didn't know that I had already had plans for Thursday. And I didn't know they was gonna do. I didn't know that they was gonna show it on Thursday. And then when I talked to you, I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna come." But then I forgot that I was going to another birthday dinner, which was already.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure Diggy will be here tomorrow.
But
so if
but
he
I
can't
want.
make it.
Yeah, but I want to come, and I want to come because. But this was already
What time is
planned.
the party?
It's a birthday dinner. It's not a party.
What time is the birthday dinner?
I don't know, but I want to
Because
do it.
Married to Man coming at 8.
It come on at 8.
Yes.
I'm pretty
it
sure
takes
the
that
dinner.
hour.
I'm pretty sure the dinner will be before it will be around 8 because the restaurants close early. We going to Devon's Seafood World.
Oh, they close at the midnight. But I understand.
But I'm still trying to come because you know I
Shut
said
out. You ain't gonna be here.
I want to do it because I got a lot to say. The Miss Squad, she got it. I like Miss Squad. Oh, and I loved your review too. I watched your review, and it was like I wanted to because I called you after it went over, bitch. I was about to jump up and come over here, and I was like, I gotta go because I know Kevin is not gonna. But you know, I enjoyed your review and everything that you said. I agree with, and I probably would have said it or said it in different, in a different way. That was a real good review that you did that. But you just ain't say how Mariah got caught up on all them damn lies. Like everything.
But we already knew that. It's like you're not gonna admit to anything. So why even bother?
She's too pretty to be so damn evil and conniving and jealous.
She's jealous of the attention that Kawhi got from the
be
first season.
She shouldn't
because
be.
that's her show. And bitch, how dare you be more popular than me when I gave you the platform to be on? And just like someone left in the comments.
Go from the time she sat down at that motherfucker. Bitch, you talking about that cake? I was like, yeah, I was looking
bitch,
at that cake.
Okay, that cake looked good as shit. Why they sitting there arguing back and forth? I kept looking at that cake.
I think the food was fake. I think the food was props.
Look, what it was fake.
Except the drinks. But it looked good though, didn't it? Her love. That was one of the best sets on fucking. It's funny because you said something about how Married to Mad don't have his own slot, but then which it don't. But then they go out and do all that for the reunion. That was one of the best reunions on Bravo ever so far. No, far as the set.
The set and one of the best reunions because they came out there reading for blood.
Wasn't it on 100?
They ain't take no prisoners, bitch. But I love, I think I came out liking Dr. Heavily a lot because she didn't back down from nothing she said. She admitted everything, and she one of them bitches that'll shade you in your face and behind your back, and then say, "Yeah, I did shade you. Now what you gonna do about it? What you got to say about it?"
That's it.
So I like a bitch like that. You gonna keep it real all the way.
Yes, you got it.
But I don't know if I could deal with you in my everyday life.
Yeah, I agree.
But I do like her.
I don't like Dr. Heavenly, but if you don't like her, you gotta respect her. Just for the simple fact she means to say what she means. That she said behind your back and just brought up. She was like, yeah, I said it. Like, bitch, she was like, Toya, did you say Toya wasn't a bride? Well, she isn't.
Okay, she ain't.
She ain't. But I think Mariah is going to be a little jealous of that because we see next week that Mariah makes a comment. Oh, Dr. Heavenly can say what she want to say and get away with it. Don't nobody say nothing, but let me say something.
Because your shade has been with malicious intent and hers.
And it be lies. You're trying to goop the people in quiet voice. But yeah, I'm gonna try to make it, for the reunion. But if I don't, it's not that I don't want to be here. Except that I have other obligations or other plans. But I do want to be here. But Married to Mad tried it. We're showing it back on fucking Thursday, right after Sunday.
I think it might be a lead-in for Kim's show. I don't know.
Yeah,
but see, I notice how TV does a lot of stuff, and Married to Medicine has never been the lead-in because I guess their ratings aren't that great, so they need a show that gets great ratings to lead them into Married to Medicine.
Keep watching it.
But I think that Married to Medicine needs a permanent time slot. Like, how many times will it get bumped for the Housewives or bumped at 9 o'clock, then 9:30, 10 o'clock, a special presentation at 10:30? Like, bitch, y'all don't have a set time so people don't know when's the right time to tune in.
And guess what? We still watch it.
Well, I did, because I had no choice.
That's the way it was good. And I
DVR'd it.
Yes, and I like Toya this season. Last season I didn't like Toya. And it's just so funny to see how Dr. Simone and Toya relationship goes awry. Only simply because first season, Dr. Simone was friends with Mariah, but you know, Dr. Simone was more on Toya's side. You know, if wasn't nobody else on Toya's side last season, it was Dr. Simone. Now Dr. Simone and Toya is at it like this, like for blood. So it's just so weird to, you know, it's just so weird to see them at it like this, especially when Dr. Simone was the only one in Toya, you know, favor last year. When Dr. Simone shouldn't have been, I feel like, you know, bitch, let be you or Brandon come to your motherfucking job. I mean, like what? That would hurt me the most. Not the fact that I'm fighting this bitch, but bitch, you're my friend, and you want to be over there, and you over there consoling that bitch, and you should be consoling me.
No, you want me to console both of you?
No, bitch, you can fuck them. Come console me. But when we fighting, don't hold me, hold them.
Well, look, y'all, we gonna get up on out of here. Thank y'all for joining us. Either Dennis gonna be here tomorrow, or it's gonna be Diggy, and then Michel'le and I have our new video up tomorrow. So yeah, it's been a long week for me with these videos, but again, I love what I do. So I just hope that you all keep on watching. I hope you like this video, share this video, subscribe if this is your first time watching, and yeah, we'll see y'all next week. Peace tomorrow and next week.